excited that I do get to share with you one of the projects. So I was actually supposed to be at our Research Rangers Seasons of Science event. This is a project that our chapter for the Hays County Master Naturalist has done in partnership with Texas State University. I'm actually a person who wears a lot of hats, like I know many of you in this room are. So I am a biology professor at Texas State, and I am also the project director for Research Rangers. This is a very big project that looks like not much when you just see a little booklet. There's a lot of things that go into these little booklets. We work with university students that are becoming scientists. So they're already doing a lot of research in their labs. They're very dedicated to a lot of environmental biology science. We also work with their faculty who are experts in science. We work with educators both in our College of Education and in elementary schools throughout the county and outside the county. We work with librarians. We work with Master Naturalist chapters across our state and some other states. And we also work with a lot of informal science education programs to vet all of the products that we are making. And so I got a really neat opportunity to meet with Cindy recently and talk about what we were doing. Our project Research Rangers is really about getting kids and families outside having a good interaction with nature. We do this by having nature explorations where you can go out and build your observation skills, find ways to collect data that you don't even really know you're doing science. You can actually submit your observations that you collect while you're out there, and you can actually help scientists grow the field of biology. So one of the things that we did is we were looking at fireflies. Part of it was because who doesn't love fireflies? Like I think we've heard many times, even today, everybody loves fireflies, but they're not around as much as they used to be. And I had no idea there were 45 species of fireflies in Texas alone. That's not even saying how many there are globally. So I had a lot of information about fireflies. A lot of kids were asking about doing activity on fireflies. And then I met Cindy and we started talking about light pollution. And so we found a way to integrate different missions within our chapter about different projects into kind of a cohesive curriculum that we could then offer to the public. Because we're trying to get them excited about doing science, a little bit less scared about going outside and maybe getting dirty, and also find ways of sneaking in things that, I don't know, the state wants us to teach kids. So we have everything aligned with TEKS, which is Texas Education and Knowledge Standards. It's aligned with national standards of science practices. And in, for instance, this particular activity, we even share how you can develop these firefly habitats like we just heard about. And there is a place where you can get a fancy sign and be able to publicly announce your firefly habitat as a certified area, which would be a great spot to actually do a Research Rangers. And while these are actually written, so they're at a 5th grade reading level or 3rd grade reading level, depending on which activity we have run these activities as either self-guided or ranger guided with kids as young as 3 years old. So they can be scaled down quite a bit. And I used to say up to 103, but we've actually had someone 104. So, and my college kids love them too. So while they may be something that we've developed that's kind of cute and catchy for kids, we put all the information that's needed for a single activity in one booklet. And so you don't have to know anything about science. You don't have to know anything about fireflies. We've got you covered. And we also are doing things like we're highlighting different scientists. We try and highlight people here in Texas, but sometimes we've highlighted people outside of Texas because we want people to see that there are opportunities to get involved in STEM outside of just maybe medical school or veterinary school or any of the main drivers. We also include cultural connections. So we're trying to give people a reason to care. And so, for instance, with this one, we were talking about even the gift of fire. There's an old fable, a legend, talking about fireflies and foxes and some of the clever, conniving things that happen And we always add resources of places to go because we want people to be able to find things like the wonderful Dark Skies website. So we actually directly link those through our little activities. We had two that we wanted to highlight and share today. I think this is why Cindy invited my project to come, is because we really had two that we really integrated all of the artificial light pollution elements into. That is that fireflies activity, and it's also our winged wanderers, or our wonderful migratory bird activity, where we ask kids to even look at these wonderful images of lamps that you have been seeing all day today. We've got those five critical elements we've actually built in here. It makes me feel very validated. So you can even assess your lighting at your own house. And then we also link to the great, you can actually, I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, like she said, you can go to their website. It's fantastic. We actually put it in here because you can do those curriculum that she already talked about, and you can earn a patch. So we have stickers and some fun things like that. But you can also get a patch. And we've had lots of people I know come up and talk to me and say they really enjoyed that. They wanted more information. And so we're really excited to try and build curriculum that teachers are asking for, kids are asking for, homeschool groups are asking for, and we're trying to integrate these different aspects of all things nature into this. So I just wanted to let you know that these are some activities that are out there. We are currently working really, really hard to keep all these free for anybody who wants them. You can go to our website. You can download every single activity we have completely free. We even have educational supplements. We are continuously building this website. Our project is actually very young. We technically started at the end of 2019, but for those of you who are around at the early onset of 2020, you might know what happened. So everything went into kind of survival mode for a couple of years. So we've really only gotten off the ground at the end of 2023. So 2024 was our first time of really establishing kind of a library, making our public presence, and then 2025 is when we hit the gas pedal. We now have 26 activities. They're all available. We have all sorts of different topics, and we have a list of requests from people to continue adding. So this isn't something that's slowing down. We can generate roughly one activity a month. But they don't come out every month. They come out in bursts. We have a scheduled release dates for them. So if there is anything that you would actually like to see, this is something that our project and this huge team of wonderful volunteers is working to kind of put out there as available resources for if you want to do outreach. If you want to try and get people to think about light pollution or night skies in ways that are a little different than what you might have approached before, because we really need to reach different audiences and kind of normalize just thinking about the environment and science in different ways. So that way it's kind of always at the front of mind, even when you don't know it. So anyway, that's kind of my little spiel. I would love to kind of show you more about some of the things that we've done, how to make it a little bit more engaging and exciting, especially for kids. And because when kids get excited about it, usually the parents tend to be supportive. And so we're trying to bring in everybody through these kind of activities. Anybody have questions?
What's the website?
The website is researchrangers.wp for WordPress, .txstate.edu.
Thank you.
Yes. And in order to get to the activities, there is a little form. I put that form on there. I'm just asking to know who is coming to visit. I do not sell anyone's information. I'm just asking you like how you found us, what you plan to do with this. You don't even have to give me your name, and then you'll get the password for free. So don't be scared by that. It's just a way for me to try and beg for a little bit of data so I can try and get some grant dollars, because we really are completely voluntary, a volunteer organization that is donation driven right now. So we're trying for grants. Other questions?
Thank you for including light pollution in there.
Oh, it's so important because everything is so interconnected, and it's really nice to kind of show that.